In this second video, now that we have an understanding of what the statistical terms are in this class, let's get into levels or scales of measurement. So recall from the first video, we had talked about how we had categorical variables and we had continuous variables. And we said that a categorical variable can either be a discrete categorical variable or it can be a dichotomous categorical variable. Whereas in a continuous variable, it was a number that could be assigned different values that fell along the number line. So the first thing that we need to think about is this a categorical variable or is this a continuous variable? That's the first question you have to be able to answer. Once you know whether the variable is being used as a categorical variable or a continuous variable, the next thing to think about is what's called what is the level of measurement or scale of measurement? How do I define that categorical variable a little bit better? And the way that we do that is with 4 different categories. We do them from the perspective of nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio level of measurement. The first two, nominal and ordinal level of measurement, these are the ways that we classify our categorical variables. In the case of a nominal level of measurement, we are talking about a categorical variable that is not organized in any way, shape, or form, from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. They are just categories, and it does not matter if you put A before B or B before C or B before A or C before A. Does not matter. These categories are just merely categories, and it doesn't matter how they're organized. In an ordinal level of measurement, however, we take all the same principles of what we know about a nominal level of measurement, and instead, we're talking about them in the context of that the categorical organization matters. So for example, when you buy a t-shirt from a store, you typically think about it as an extra small, and then the next logical option is a small, and then to a medium, and then to a large, and then to an extra large, right? And so when we have these categories, but they can be organized in some way or some meaningful fashion, we can bring them from the perspective of smallest to largest, largest to smallest, etc. So if the variable is categorical and you can organize them in some way, shape, or form that's in an orderly fashion, we would label that as an ordinal level of measurement. On the continuous side of things, however, remember we can assign the variable different values along the number line, whether that's below 0 to infinity to positive infinity, or if we start at 0 and go into positive infinity. So in this type of situation, if you identify the variable as continuous and it falls along the number line from negative infinity to positive infinity, like degrees Fahrenheit, right? In certain parts of the country in the winter, it could be negative degrees Fahrenheit. And in other parts of the country, it can be positive, very hot right now in the summertime. But when we think about things, we can take this value and we can assign it different values along a number line that can be either negative or positive. If that is true, you know for certain that you have an interval level of measurement. Whereas lastly, in a ratio level of measurement, you're starting at the 0 mark. You're starting at the 0 mark and you are moving forward into a positive direction. So things like your age, you either have an age or you have the absence of an age. But your age can be anything from 36 to 22 to 18 to 15 to 12 to 9. And so having an ability to assign different values along a number line, but all of those numbers are above 0, by definition puts them into a ratio level of measurement. So I hope this video was helpful. In the next video, we're going to talk a little bit about sampling methods. We'll see you in the next one.